Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? My name is Julie Turney, and I am your host. And this is a special edition of HR Sound Off Live. Why is it a special edition? Just because, I normally do these things monthly, but I felt like what was happening right here, right now in the HR space is really important for us to be able to support each other as HR professionals and to share information and share insights. So today I am joined by the beautiful LaShawn Davis from the HR Plug, who has something amazing that she wants to share with you that is happening in Atlanta next week. I'm all about advocating HR self-care, HR well-being and wellness, especially mental health in HR. And the truth is we really are tired. We're exhausted. And we need to have outlets. So in January, I was super proud and excited to be a part of the HR Wellbeing Week, which was put together by myself, Alessandra Polizzi, and my friend Ben. And we were able to have over 1,200 HR professionals join us for that event. This is something special for you. So tell us where you are joining from. Where are you from? How are you doing with your well-being? Are you eating? Are you sleeping? Are you taking care of yourself? Well, I'm going to bring LaShawn to the stage, and we're going to talk some more about what LaShawn has in store for you. Hi, LaShawn.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I am wonderful. Thank you for having me. Excited to chat with you again.
My absolute pleasure. This last week, the roles were reversed.
Right? Be nice to me. Be nice to me.
I'll do my best. I don't make any promises, but I'll do my best. So, LaShawn, we wanted to just kind of have a conversation very briefly about what amazing things you are doing in your space with the HR Plug. So before we get started, I think the best thing for us to do is for you to tell our audience a little bit about who you are, what you do, and don't tell us about the HR Plug yet, because that's the second question. But just kind of like give us your story about how you got into the HR space. Okay?
Sure.
I'm going to jump off screen and leave you to talk to the audience.
Absolutely. Well, hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in on HR Sound Off, and I'm excited to be here and introduce myself to you. I'm LaShawn Davis. I am the founder and CEO of the HR Plug, and what really got me into the HR industry was basically personal experiences. I grew up, very different than most people. I didn't grow up with parents. I had to really figure out this workplace, this corporate America juggle, and politics all myself. And I realized that there were a lot of areas I was taken advantage of based on ignorance or just not knowing or just not having knowledge or the access. And I wanted to drive change for other people, not to have to encounter the things that I encountered in the early stages of my profession. I wanted to be able to help employees learn how to advocate for themselves, how to speak up when things aren't going well for them, and how to take command and control of their workplace experience. And that is what triggered and accidentally launched the HR Plug. I wasn't intentional with creating a consulting business here. I just got really passionate about sharing advice, guidance, tips, and resources to help people navigate through workplace challenges. And it just kind of turned into people asking me for more and more things, people asking for more and more trainings. And now I am here today with the HR Plug, excited to just make sure that no one else encounters the struggles and the challenges and the obstacles that I had to overcome being a person of color in a work culture in a corporate America that truly wasn't designed for me to be successful. So I had to navigate my way through that. And now I'm helping others navigate the same.
Awesome. Thank you very much for sharing your story. It's so interesting to learn about how each person is able to enter the HR space or navigates the HR space. So you started the HR plug, and I know you started to get a little bit into it in terms of what you do and why you do it. But just give us a bit more information with regards to the HR plug, the services that you offer, and your why.
Yeah. So, my why really stems from believing that everyone serves a purpose, has a gift, and should find fulfillment when they're plugged into their potential. And a lot of times you find that people are working not to thrive, but just survive, or
Yeah.
people are trapped in a job that they hate because they
Mm-hmm.
have bills to pay and they don't know any other way. They've been there 15 years. This is all they know. I've never interviewed. I don't have a resume. I don't even know how to negotiate a salary. I don't know how to advocate for a pay increase. So
Mm-hmm.
people spend the majority of their time in a place that they find unhappiness with.
Yeah.
And that's a pain point for several people. And I, am able to help people understand, listen, here's what you're good at. Here's what you should be considering. Here's where you'll find fulfillment and happiness. And then work won't feel so cumbersome. It won't feel so captive, like you're
Yeah.
you're enslaved because you need a check.
Mm-hmm.
And I find that happy people create happy workplace cultures.
That's right.
So if you're in an environment or a workplace and you have that coworker who's always miserable, grumpy, upset, it affects you too.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so I set out on this vision to truly, number one, help employees understand when you're not being fulfilled where you are, it's because you're not walking in your purpose,
Yeah.
how to find your purpose, how to career navigate to get where you're supposed to be so that you can be the solution to the thing that you're a solution for.
Mm-hmm.
And also help organizations and leaders understand the value of employees, how they need to be valued, respected, and how it'd be inoperable for your business to have success without them. So act like you have some sense and treat them with dignity and respect.
That's it.
And that's really how we work. We work
Yes.
to provide solutions for organizations to help transform dysfunctional workplaces or to
Mm-hmm.
help them understand the sentiments of how their employees are feeling so that they can provide the appropriate strategies to resolve them. And then we help with individuals navigate through challenging situations. I hate where I'm at. I don't want to be here. I want to be an entrepreneur, but I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at what you're good at. Let's take a look at getting you where you're supposed to be and helping you navigate there so that you can thrive and not simply survive.
Awesome. I absolutely love it. And I think that the more work that you do, the more you put yourself out there, the more success you're going to have. So I think that
Yes.
you're a truly amazing person. And I believe that the mission that you are on is going to be successful and truly transformational for a lot of organizations and
Mhm.
individuals alike.
Thank you so much for that.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. You're
Because
welcome.
it's hard for HR to get inspired because we're
Tell
the
me
ones
about it.
always inspiring everyone else. So I appreciate you recognizing and inspiring me because sometimes I
Mhm.
wonder, why am I even doing this? Should I even be doing this? Is it even making a difference? And what you do, just if I can for a moment with Heart HR, you help people in this space
Mhm.
remember their why.
Yes.
And I appreciate you for that. So thank
Thank
you.
you. Oh, thank you so much, LaShawn. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, when I created HR at Heart, I didn't even know what it would become. And so just being able to have these moments where I'm able to share amazing people,
Mhm.
experiences, stories, companies that will support HR, and
Yes.
events
Hmm.
such as yours, I
Yeah.
am going to jump on it and go, listen, HR people, this is just for you. So, unfortunately, I am not going to be in Atlanta next
Yes.
weekend. I'm going to be on the other side of the world.
I know, because you have exciting stuff
I
going
have
on.
something amazing happening. So yeah, I'm going to be in Europe next week
Yeah.
giving my first TEDx talk.
Exciting.
But you have something absolutely amazing happening in Atlanta, and I'm so sorry that I cannot make it this year. This year.
This year.
Year. We're gonna have this. This is gonna be on and popping. But let's talk about this
Yeah.
conference, this 3-day conference
Mhm.
that you have created. So the HR Unplugged Business Conference.
Yes.
I get it right?
Yes.
March 30th to April 1st. Tell
Yes.
us about this conference. What is it about? And again, I'd love to know your why behind creating this conference.
Sure. So the conference, plainly put, is about taking care of the people who take care of the people.
Mm,
And, HR has been pulled, tugged, undervalued, overwhelmed, and regarded to fix what no one in the world has faced before with the pandemic, to fix sentiments of social injustices that are happening across our world, right? With the Black Lives Matter movements, with being allies, with
mhm.
all of everybody having, inclusivity at work.
Yeah.
All of that falls on HR. When managers and leaders misbehave creating toxic workplaces, that falls on HR. When employees need guidance or assistance to navigate through dealing with this toxic manager, or getting their pay right, or not understanding why their benefits aren't kicking in, that falls on HR. So
Tell,
everything
please tell
falls
them.
on HR, who is the
Mm-hmm.
nucleus holding your organization together, whether you want to recognize it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I found, Julie, that through expanding my platform and finding ways to provide resources to employees, like I spoke about earlier, based on my
Yeah.
experiences, I was getting so many emails and DMs from people asking me about their particular situation that they're facing in the workplace. And it made me think about, well, where is your HR person? Why aren't you getting the support you need from, internally your corporation? So I started researching and I started digging. I started asking people, and everybody that I spoke to was burnt out. There
Yeah.
was not one HR person that I spoke to, Julie, who was just at a space of pure happiness and appreciation in
Yeah.
their job at that moment. They were
Mm-hmm.
feeling dumped on. They were feeling like, I need help, but I'm so busy helping everybody else that I
Yeah.
can't even take care of me.
Yourself. Mm-hmm.
They were feeling like the leadership wasn't caring about what was happening in the world, and they had to truly balance, like, how am I going to stay working at an organization that can't even make a statement to
Yeah.
stand in solidarity for what's right, right? It
Yeah.
was just so many things
Yeah.
affecting HR professionals.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a heart for HR professionals because I do not think that there is enough respect on
No.
this industry at all.
No. At all.
Um, and
We are in
so
particle there. We both agree there.
yes, there's just not enough
Mm-hmm.
respect. And we talked about that,
No.
last week. There is just
Yeah.
not enough respect
Mm-hmm.
or consideration for what HR does for the
Yeah.
organization. And even if you don't have an HR person, there are functions you do that are HR related
Correct.
that contribute to the success of your organization. And we don't
Yeah.
receive the recognition or appreciation for it
Nope.
mostly. There
Mm-hmm.
are companies out there who do it, but the
There
majority of them
are.
don't.
Yeah, exactly. And this is my point every single time. I'm
Mhm.
not talking about the people who are experiencing great HR careers.
Right.
I'm not talking to you people. I'm not talking to the people who are, who are have great leaders who actually are following and doing the things that they should be doing to support their HR teams. I'm not talking to those people other than to say to you people, good for you,
Yeah.
and to say to the leaders, whatever you're doing that's right, that's keeping your HR teams engaged and happy and focused and innovative, keep doing those things.
Yes.
Don't drop the ball. But to the people who aren't, which is the vast majority,
Yes.
I'm saying to you, your HR people are struggling, they
Hmm.
are suffering, they are frustrated, they're burned out, they're not engaged, and all the things you want them to do for your employees, they can't do it effectively
Hmm.
because you're not tuned into them.
Right.
You need to tap into them so that they can get the support that they need, the resources that they need, whether that's people, tech, learning and development opportunities and more
Yes.
opportunities to just wind down and take care
Mm-hmm.
of themselves so that they can stop giving from an empty cup,
Right.
you would see a completely different HR person.
Completely different. Completely. And I think we're just starting to see it with employees because of the great resignation. And now companies are like, oh, I mean, I gotta pay them well. I gotta tell them thank you. Like, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
HR is no different. HR is no different because you're depending on them to take care of that burnt out population. What do you
Exactly.
think it's going to do to them?
Exactly.
So I always say, Julie, when was the last time you said thank you to your HR team? When was the last time you did something intentionally
Mm-hmm.
carved out just for them? When was the last
Good,
time you done that?
good question. And what will the answer be? For most
Right?
people, nothing. Don't know. Can't
Nothing.
remember. I remember somebody asking some time back, what do you do? How do you show appreciation for your HR teams? Or how do you deal with their well being? Do you have a well being plan in
Mm.
place specifically for your HR teams? And a lot of leaders responded, no.
Oh, they're
What are you
strong.
talking about?
They got it.
They got this. They don't need me to tell them that I appreciate them and that you know, I'm looking out for their well being. Like
Mm-hmm.
they don't need that. They don't need that at all.
Nope.
Though I just don't understand it.
It's entitlement that organizations have. Like, you're my HR person, this is your job. Like, there's a sense of entitlement there. There's a, and there's a sense of, you know, oh, like, I'm supposed to care that you're tired because this is your job. Like, we don't even treat our HR people the way we expect them to treat employees.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell employees all the time when they always say, because this is my pet peeve, Julie, HR is not for the employees. They're for management. They're for the
The
organization. They don't
business,
care about us.
yeah,
It just drives me crazy because that manager that you're having that challenge with is probably being just as disrespectful to the HR person, probably not listening to the HR person, probably
yeah,
bullying the HR person, which is why you probably have a high HR turnover.
exactly, exactly the point.
So I
Before you
just,
before you kick into telling us a bit more about the event, though,
yep,
I'm now looking at the comments and
okay.
realizing there are comments and there are people here, but we have Jamie from the Cayman Islands. Hi, Jamie. Thanks for
Hey,
joining
Jamie.
us. I see Justin Brake is here.
Hey,
Hi, Justin.
Justin. Thank you
And
for
I'm
joining, Justin.
yes, and
He's
I see
coming.
yep, Debbie Prasad
Hey,
joining
Debbie.
us from India. Namaste to you too.
Wow.
Debbie, thank you so much for being here. So yeah, tell us about the conference.
So,
What's gonna happen? What do people
yes,
have in
excited
store?
about the conference. So, couple things. Number one, when you're having a problem with your internet router, right? And you call your provider and you say, I need something's wrong with my router, it's not working. They tell you disconnect it for
Hmm.
30 seconds, a little while, plug it back in, and generally it begins working, right?
Yeah.
This is our disconnection.
Mm,
Unplug is the reset for HR professionals to disconnect so that they can
yeah.
recharge, reset, connect with a community of other HR professionals so that they can get right, so that when they plug back into work, they can be fully functional and operational. It's like you said, this is a filling up of the cup that
Yes.
is empty.
Hmm.
And that is what Unplug is. So at this event, Wednesday and Thursday, March 30th and 31st in Atlanta, in
Hmm.
perimeter area, we are going to be doing a full day of HR professionals understanding how to take care of them first.
Yes.
Because it's impossible to know how to take care of everybody else if you don't know how to take care of yourself. So we're going to be
Hmm.
talking about the importance of rest with Jasmine Forts, who is the well rested professional
Hmm.
expert with her brand. We're going to be talking about how to establish healthy boundaries so that you know how to say no and still be respected, and people
Hmm.
respect your no. Because there's a
Hmm.
difference between saying no and people knowing how to respect your no.
Exactly.
We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking with Edna Uberville, and we're going to be talking about her to tell us how to maintain a physical wellness that translates into your overall holistic wellness,
Yeah.
and the 6 things to strengthen your core HR six pack so that you can be effective in your work. We're going to be talking about
You
confidence.
know,
Oh,
I
go ahead.
never thought about having an HR six pack.
Yes.
I have a one pack physically.
We need a six pack.
So yeah, building
And
your HR six pack. I love
yes, building your HR six pack, because when you have a six pack, physically wise, you think that person's fit, you think
that.
that person's healthy. You need an HR six pack so that you can
Yes.
be fit and you can be healthy so that you can thrive in what you're expected to do.
Oh, I
You can't
love
do
that.
heavy lifting without the right,
No.
physique, the right stamina and the right
Hmm.
structure and the skill set. So Edna's going to be talking with us about the physical piece of
Hmm.
it, and how to, like, how many HR professionals work throughout the day and say, I don't have time for lunch.
Yeah.
How often do we hear that? And it's about intentionally making time to take care of your physical well-being. And then we have Cree, who's going to be with us, and she's going to be talking to us about the power of the world you create through your words, and how you create your truth based on what you speak, what you say, and the power of
Hmm.
affirmations manifesting to your day. So how
Yeah.
do I turn my frustrated situation into something that's going to be a mindset shift?
Hmm.
So all of that is happening day one, in addition to Deidre McGuire, who will be on my podcast tonight, but she's going to be talking just about just HR in general. Are you even positioned where you should be in HR? Like, you love HR, but why are you here?
Yeah.
And where should you be? Because it's not just about, I like working with people. That is
Exactly.
not the reason to be in
That's
HR.
no. No.
So,
No.
what is your why? Deidre
Hmm.
will help us uncover ways that if you're feeling overwhelmed, the things that you can do to help reposition yourself in the industry so that you're not exhausted.
Nice.
All of that's happening day, and that's just day one,
Day
Julie.
one.
Day two
I'm
jumps into
excited already.
Day two jumps into understanding now the tools and resources that you're going to need to take back to work so that you can tackle what's now becoming the future of work. So we have Nakia
Hmm.
Nunn from the Labor Pros, who's going to be talking about how to lead with heart,
Hmm.
how to lead HR with heart, because that's how you're going to help maintain relationships with your employees. If you're not wanting to lose that trust and collaborative partnership with them,
Yeah.
that's how you're going to rebuild toxic work environments that are broken,
Hmm.
because we're too much focused on profit and not enough focused on people. And so
Yeah.
Nakia is going to walk us through the strategies and the techniques to help us be influential conduits to teach our leaders how to lead with heart so that they can ultimately get the results
Mm.
that they want. Like, are you cutting a benefit that's important
Yes.
to employees because you're trying to save money? But are you thinking about the cost that's going to come on the back end because they're dissatisfied and they're quitting and turnover? So it's tying all that together to create a holistic picture of financially how you're hurting because you're not leading with heart. And Nakia is
Yeah.
going to be spending some time talking to us with that. We have JP Hitech, who's going to be there, and he's going to talk about how once you find your gift and you know what it is, how do you use it in a way that benefits you outside of your paycheck? Because you
Yes.
should have multiple streams of income, not relying solely on a corporate job, so
Hmm.
that if you find unhappiness or displeasures there, you're not trapped. So he's
Exactly.
going to be talking to us with how to do that. How do I leverage my talents in other ways? Is it teaching a
Yeah.
class? Is it writing a book? Is it doing something that I can find fulfillment in so I'm not
Yeah.
relying or enslaved to my job?
Exactly. I love that. I absolutely love that because I am a true advocate for
Yeah,
people, having a plan B. I
yeah.
believe you should have a plan B, C, D. I believe you should have several plans in
Yes.
place, but you
Yes.
should
Yeah.
not feel tied to just staying in an organization that you know you're not appreciated. And
Right.
then the next thing you know, you're just tied to this paycheck. You like this lifestyle that it affords you, but
Yes.
you just have no drive or energy or passion to still be in that place.
Yeah. You're wasting away. You're
Wasting
wasting
away.
away. And we're trying to combat that.
Yeah.
We have Kimberly Jones is going to be there.
Hmm.
She's doing something called the Angry Roundtable, and it's just an opportunity for HR professionals. What are you mad about? Like, What is it that you are like? Just get it out. Let's talk
Yes.
about it. Let's see who else is encountering it, and let's work through it together so that when you go back, we're over this thing, or we're knowing how to navigate through that thing. We're going to be
Yeah.
talking about real life situations. I'm mad that my company makes this public statement and has no action behind it because we're still
Mm-hmm.
doing A, B, and C. I'm mad
Mm-hmm.
that my company is just going through the motions, and yet I'm expected to sit here and defend them in dealing with in employees, and there's a misbalance of alignment morally. Like, what are you mad about? Let's talk about it so we can
Yeah.
release it. And that's what Kimberly Jones is going to be doing with us on, the second day. We have a
Nice.
lineup of phenomenal subject matter experts
Yes.
ready to pour into HR professionals to get that cup back full so
Right.
that we can be who we need to be for these organizations. But it's my goal and my hope that these organizations understand what they need to be for HR professionals.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
I am loving all of this. Completely loving all of this. Keena's joining us from
Hey.
California. And she
Hey.
is Kiana, sorry, I think I said that right. She said yes, the whole alphabet plan.
Yes,
So not just the A, B, C, D, we want the whole
the
alphabet. I
whole
believe
plan.
it. I
Yes,
believe it. But
yes.
what you have put together here, LaShawn, is absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
We have so many HR conferences that sit and exist globally around how we can be better HR professionals, technically,
Right,
right? We don't have enough spaces for HR that are just how do we help you to be just you? How to
right.
release, how to let
Mhm.
go of the hurt, the stress, the pain, the
Yeah,
struggles that you are feeling. How do we help you to deal with your own mental health? And it's not the same as going to a retreat, or when I
right.
say like a retreat for mindfulness or something like that, but it's you have all of these people coming together who are all in the same profession, who are all of this similar mindset, who are all experiencing the same things that can
Yeah,
just be
please, just
in
be.
one space.
Be yourself. You're off stage, you can let it out, you can cry. You
Yes.
can, I mean, there's even going to be, Christopher Stewart, who's going to be leading a Q&A panel of you asking whatever question you want, and being real and raw to say, I don't know how to do what my company is expecting me to do here, and get answers and get solutions. This isn't about, Julie, to your point, coming to a conference so that you can equip yourself with what the company needs to be better, be more profitable, do something differently.
Yes.
This isn't that type of conference. This is a
Yes.
conference focused on you
You.
and what you need to do so you can be a better you, because that's the
Exactly.
only way you'll be able to affect your purpose and your profession.
I love it. And I thank you so much for taking the time to put this all together, LaShawn. And I'm wishing you every success. Tell us what the numbers are looking like for registration so far.
Yes. So far we have almost 50 people have registered so far. We still have a week left to go. It starts in 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
We have some amazing sponsors that I want to recognize. The Black in HR is a sponsor for this event. They're sponsoring
Uh-huh.
the networking piece. There's a networking. I didn't even talk about the agenda. So the
No.
the, the 2 day event is starts on Wednesday. There are sessions. We have Erica Jones who's going to be there, and she's going to be telling her personal HR journey, how she just up and quit and left abruptly, why, what she learned, and how she would have leveraged having a support system like we're creating with this Unplugged community.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the evening, after we talk about taking care of yourself, doing some one on one coaching, the evening is going to be a networking event. And the networking event is open to anybody who maybe may not be able to make the conference, but you want to come to the networking event to meet the panelists, meet our sponsors, talk to other people, because that's how you grow, is
Yep.
building your network.
Yep.
So we're creating a space to do that. Well, we will be offering dinner. We will be
Mm.
offering, wine, and just a place to just come back and release and just
Yes.
relax and not have to
Mm-hmm.
be on stage. Then we go into day 2. And then day 3 is a virtual component where we're going to be doing a live vision board so that you can manifest what you're walking away with by putting it down on paper,
Yeah.
and displaying it. And I see a question: is there a virtual
Mm-hmm.
attendance option? So We're not doing a virtual attendance option for the full event, but because so many people have asked that question, what I will do is I've made arrangements to record the entire event and all the sessions, and we will have replays available so that the tactics and the tools can be available for people who can't
Beautiful.
make it. I
Mm-hmm.
just initially didn't think about doing that, but because
Yeah,
of Kiana and people asking that question, I am going to commit to having the replays available so that
beautiful.
people, can download them and utilize them, because it's all about making you better holistically as an
Exactly,
HR person. So,
exactly. And for
so
those
I'm
that can't
excited.
make it, yes, I'm excited too. And I love that you also have the mix and mingle network
Yes.
piece, because I think creating community is so important. And
Creating
and
community.
I think going through the pandemic is one way that I realized that people are struggling to make community in the HR space, and a lot of people are operating from a department of one
Yes.
standpoint. So
Yes.
it really is great. Hi, Yonica.
Hi,
Haven't seen
Yannicka.
haven't seen you in ages. Nice to see you, Yonica. So yeah, I think that it's really important that we do this, and I'm glad that you're doing it and you're gonna offer the option for people to access it
Yes.
remotely, even though they won't be able to make it physically. But if you
Yes.
are in Atlanta,
Yes.
if you can make it over to Atlanta, trust me, you're gonna have a great time. So
hmm
do we have something to give to the people who could probably make it to Atlanta?
We do.
We
So
do?
we do have some giveaways,
Um,
that we're going to do specifically for your audience, Julie. I promise I haven't done this with anyone else, but your audience is
yes,
amazing.
they are.
And definitely, as we said, you and I both know we do this because we have a heart for this
Yes.
work and the people who lead these efforts. So I'm going to be giving away 4 tickets to the
Four.
conference.
Four?
Two for the conference if you can make the 2 days, and two for the networking event if you only want to come to the evening. And so if you are interested in these tickets, you will need to reach out to Julie and let her know why you deserve this, why you need this in your life. Talk to her, schedule some time to meet with her, and she will let me know who to add to the list.
Yes.
Because if you're feeling overwhelmed to the point where you need to get here, your organization isn't supporting or sponsoring you to come, they will not buy your ticket because
Mm-hmm.
they don't have a learning and development budget for HR. Hint, hint. That's a thing that needs to be fixed. But we
That's right.
don't want to deprive you of this opportunity. So if you
No.
could get to Atlanta, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're an HR professional who's relating to, I need to get in that building because I need my cup refilled. I want you to reach out to Julie. I want you to talk to her about your situation, and she will get back to me because her services will help you longer than this conference. This conference is just a jump start. It's a
Yes.
jolt, but I
Yeah.
want you to connect with her so that you can fully get what you need. And so, Julie,
Mm-hmm.
that's what we're going to do. So, if you have
Wow.
clients who've worked with you or people
Mm-hmm.
who are watching this and they're like, I need to get there, reach out to Julie on LinkedIn, send her a
Yes.
message, and let her know your situation. And she will, definitely get with me, and we will get you all set up to go
Absolutely.
completely free. So,
Wow.
definitely, do
Mm-hmm.
that. Get
Please.
here, even if you want to buy your plane ticket. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm in North Carolina, I'm in Alabama. It's $150 for me to fly there. I still want to get there. Buy your plane ticket, get here, reach out, and get in the building because you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to miss this. And that's what we want to do.
Yes, I love it. Thank you so much for
Yes.
giving away those tickets. So, if you want to get to the HR Unplugged Business Conference, all you got to do is buy your ticket
Yep.
to fly there. Once you're in Atlanta, that event will be free for two people who want to attend the full conference. And then if you just want to attend the networking mix and mingle, two of you get to go absolutely free.
Yes.
Compliments of the HR Plug and the HR Sound Off podcast show. You do
Yes.
not want to miss out on that at all.
Absolutely not. And if you want to know more about the conference,
Yes.
you
Where
can
can they go?
visit the website. It's www.unpluggedconference.com. Very simple.
That
Unpluggedconference.com. It will explain to you
I'm gonna
the
put it in the
full details. It will explain to you what to expect. It will tell you the location of where we are. And the great thing is, all you got to do is get here. Your breakfast is taken care of, your lunch is taken care of, your dinner is taken care of. All of that is included in the conference fee. If you wanted to stay overnight, we have accommodation rates available as well. We're trying to make this as seamless for you as possible. But the goal, honestly, is for you to get your organizations to sponsor you as a way to say thank you, because they probably haven't said thank you to you in years. And so if you need a template to understand how do I ask for support, I have that available as well. So
Nice.
I will be providing that template to you if you need that. Simply,
Mm-hmm.
you can ask for that. It's also on the website. It's also
Website.
in the bio link as well. So if you need to understand, I want to go. I know that my company has a budget for this. I just don't know how to ask. I
Yeah,
got you. We got a template. Copy and paste
that's
it
right.
and send it to your leader, and get to this event if you're local to Atlanta, because it's definitely time to take care of you, invest back into you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well done, LaShawn.
Yeah. Well, thank you,
So
Julie.
proud of you. I am so proud of you and thank you. Let's tell these beautiful people where they can find you on social media. They want to tap into you.
Yes, I am hoping everybody will go find me on social media to help build this community. Even if you can't make it, but you're
Yeah.
in HR and you want to connect with like-minded HR professionals, then definitely connect with me. So I am on LinkedIn right here, LaShawn Davis. You can go ahead and send me an invite on LinkedIn. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm also on YouTube, and make sure you go subscribe over to my channel. It's youtube.com/the HR plug. And we go live every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about HR issues and
Yeah.
things to help you navigate and provide resources for employees, employers, leaders, and HR professionals. So connect with me on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter at the HR plug, very
Yeah.
universal, and
Mhm.
Facebook. We're also on LinkedIn as the HR plug. So definitely anything the HR plug, definitely go connect. Let me know you saw me on HR Sound Off, so that I can congratulate you for taking a step into the right
Yeah.
direction and taking care of you. But looking forward to connecting with each and every one of you, because I think there's so much greatness we can do in numbers. The
Absolutely.
more collectively we can get together. And I want to
Hmm.
meet you, and I want to know who you are in this HR world and how we can work together to support you be
Yep.
successful in your role. That's why Julie and I are here. That's why we do what we do. So
That's
excited.
exactly why we do what we do. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm going to give you the opportunity to give any closing remarks, final comments, anything you want to say to our audience today that you haven't said yet that you think that they need to know about you, about this conference, anything about the HR space and the support that you offer.
Mhm.
Let us know.
Absolutely. So, if you relate to any of the things that I talked about today, whereas you feel trapped in your current role, you're an HR professional, you're not feeling supported in where you are or what you're doing, or you're an organization that you have no idea how your HR team or your employees are feeling, and you want some suggested strategies to navigate through that, you can visit my website, www.thehrplug.com, and book a consultation. It's absolutely free, just to talk through what you're experiencing and gain some leverage and support and guidance on what you might be able to consider to remedy that. So I want to invite you to book that consultation as well. And then I also want to leave with saying, HR professionals, you are special people. You are special people because you have a heart for making sure that people and organizations unanimously, thrive and do well.
Yeah.
You don't let your fire burn out. Don't let your light not
Hmm.
shine so that people continue to see the good in you,
Yeah.
to justify why you even started HR to begin with. If you feel that light dimming, take a partner, get some support. There are resources available for you, starting with Julie, Hard at HR. I will tell you transparently, that is not my specialty, but that is her specialty,
Yes.
to talk through whatever you're encountering, and know you're not alone. You are not alone. If you're feeling alone, it's not true. Get connected and plugged in, no pun intended, to a
Hmm.
community that could help you get your light reignited, get your cup refilled, get your passion refueled. Do not feel that you are alone in this. We have to band together. That's
Yes.
why Julie and I have banded together. So
Hmm.
don't be afraid or shy to reach out for support. We are here for you.
That's right. I couldn't have said it better myself, my friend.
Yes.
Look out, everyone, for future partnerships
Yes.
between LaShawn and myself. You'll be seeing us together quite a bit. We've got
Yes.
work to do,
We've got work to do.
and we've got HR people to protect and take
Yes.
care of. So
Absolutely.
we're going to do the best that we can right here and build this community in a way that is going to support and make people feel protected. We're going to provide that HR safe space because you deserve it.
You deserve it. You deserve it.
With that said, you survived your time.
I
Thank you for joining me
survived.
for this special edition of the HR Sound Off
Yes.
Live show. I
Thank you for
wish
having me.
You're welcome. I'm wishing you every success, my friend. I'll be cheering you on in the
Yes.
bleachers from far off. If your ears start to burn, know that it's me calling your name and saying,
Yes.
I'm wishing you all the best. And I know this conference is going to change lives and be truly inspirational for every single HR professional that
Yes.
takes the opportunity to join and be a part of it. So
Yes.
remember, we have 4 tickets available, 2 for
Yes.
the full conference, 2 for networking. If you are interested, reach out to me. Anyone who knows me knows that I live on LinkedIn. If you drop me a DM, I will respond faster on LinkedIn than
Then
anywhere
anyway.
else on my social media.
And I'm
Okay?
getting better at LinkedIn. I am committing to being more actively engaged and involved on LinkedIn as well. But you can
Yes.
definitely DM, direct message Julie. If you have
Yes.
questions about the conference, you can direct message me as
Mhm.
well. Connect.
Yes,
Connect.
definitely. Thanks so much for being here, everyone. We really do appreciate you and want to wish you an amazing afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you again on April 20th, which is when our regular monthly live continues.
Yes.
And in that month, we'll be discussing how you can meet my HR community. And there are a lot of amazing people out there who are creating really great HR communities. So we're going to talk to a few of those people. If you've ever heard of Disrupt HR, attended Disrupt HR events, you will know, if you understand the history of Disrupt HR, that it was created by 3 great people by the name of Jennifer McClure, Steve Brown, and Chris Ostoich. Jennifer will be joining us on that day. If you're familiar with Collab HR, then you know about Alicia, and she'll be joining us on that day. If you know about HR Girlfriends, you look out for Sana Razul, who'll be joining us on that day as well. For those of us in the Caribbean, my HR people in the Caribbean, Rochelle James will be joining us from the Caribbean Society of HR Professionals. And we have lots more amazing people in store for you to meet in my HR community. So look out for that as well. So I'll see you on the 20th of April. And in between there, just keep following my content. Like, share, join the conversation, most importantly. And I'll see you when we next sound off.